So at Sanergy, we view ourselves as the solution for cities. What I mean by that is cities have a massive problem with both sanitation and organic waste. So around the world, cities generate about 1 billion tons of sanitation and organic waste every year. And what we've realized is that majority of that waste actually doesn't get treated. The majority of that waste is just dumped in the environment. So at Sanergy, we exist to solve that problem, where we employ a circular economy approach to collect both sanitation and organic waste from cities. Then what we do is we turn that into useful end products. So we receive sanitation and organic waste. And then what we do is we have a team of engineers and scientists who have created proprietary recipes that we feed to insects. The insects are called black soldier flies. The black soldier flies eat, they grow, we harvest, we clean, we pasteurize, and then we dry and package the black soldier fly larvae to be sold as insect-based protein. And then what happens is the flies leave residue. So the residue is then taken and it's converted into organic fertilizer. That residue is mixed with agricultural waste, and then it's taken through what we call thermophilic composting. The organic fertilizer that we produce is called Evergrow, that is sold to more than 15 counties across Kenya. And farmers who use Evergrow, especially in horticulture, are seeing more than 30% increase in yield. Beyond that, also some of the residue is taken to create biomass briquettes, where we compress at high temperature and high pressure to create briquettes that would otherwise be used for industrial boilers and other industrial heating applications. In terms of the economy, first and foremost, in terms of job creation, we have over 100 people working with us here at Sanergy in terms of direct jobs created. And then if you look into our value chain, especially on the sanitation side and also the organic waste side, we have upwards of 2,000 people who, in one way or another, benefit from the value that you're creating, whether it's on the agricultural side or whether it's on the sanitation side. So it's a very beautiful story about solving problems on the sanitation and waste management side, then using circularity to solve problems in agriculture in terms of animal health from the insect-based protein perspective to feed our animals, in terms of soil fertility, which is organic fertilizer. We have the goal of, in the next 5 years, accessing more than 1 million tons of waste per year. In the next 5 years, we'll look to extend into Kenya, into other cities, the likes of Kisumu, Mombasa, Kilifi, then beyond that into Africa, and then moving into Southeast Asia as well. Because this is not just a Nairobi problem. I think we're talking about beyond Nairobi.
Thank you very much, Diana, for playing that video to us. I don't know, from the audience, I hope you now understand what Sanergy is about and what Sanergy does, collecting waste and processing waste to create useful products. At the same time, we're solving issues of sanitation within low-income areas, and we are producing profitable materials, products that are of high quality within the market. So why are we having this meeting today? We'll talk about that shortly, but before we do, I'd like to introduce Diana Nyerere and Dorcas Musyoka, who are with us on the call. They work in the talent and HR department of Sanergy. Dorcas, karibu.
Thank you so much, Jael.
Yes, Dorcas, you are on mute. Yeah.
Dorcas, will you
Oh, yes, I'm still here. I was just great. So I believe we are here because of our graduate trainee program. And first of all, it's a pleasure to meet all of you, Angel and also Chris. Thank you so much for putting this together. Indeed, it's a pleasure to meet the young, brilliant minds who have joined this call so that we can share more about Sanergy and also how they can have an opportunity to join us in the various departments that we have here. So I am the recruitment associate here at Sanergy. I work closely with Diana Nyerere and Jael Mayo in our talent department. And so I believe all of you had a brief idea of the purpose of this call. And so the reason why we are here is because we are constantly looking for employees to join us. And that is why we started the graduate trainee program. And so the purpose of this is to bring in young and brilliant minds who've just completed their coursework or also in the process of your studies to give you opportunities where you can kickstart your careers. And the reason why we came up with these programs is because we want to train these young individuals, that is you in this case. We want to train you up so that once you have completed the graduate training period, you are able to take up more permanent roles in the company. So I will take you through the program just to let you know the various departments we are looking to join, and also I think, and we will also talk about the interview process, what is involved in the interview process, and also what we expect from you as a candidate. Is that clear?
Yes.
Sorry, it's clear.
Yes, it is, Dorcas.
Thank you. So with our graduate trainee program, we are currently on a hiring spree because we are expanding, and the expansion is we aim to meet a certain, or rather our strategic goals for the next 5 years. And so because of that, with that expansion, it means that we will need more workforce to take up the new roles that are being created within Sanergy. And so these new roles do cut across all departments, that is from business related departments to science related departments and also engineering related departments. But in this case, because I believe most of you are in the engineering or science related, you're currently taking engineering courses or science related courses, I think we can focus more on that. And so with that in mind, I think it's safe to say that more than 50% of our employees are in the engineering department, and our research and development department where the sciences fall in. And so because of that, it means that we are constantly looking for engineers to come in, to design, to also evaluate, to test, and also modify the already existing product and systems and processes, and to also leverage on the fresh ideas that the students have. You've just completed your coursework, so it means you have these fresh ideas that you're looking to roll over into, maybe let me say, a project. And so that is the reason why we are coming to you, so that we can give you this opportunity, the platform where you can just come in and bring in the new ideas, to modify, to even test the products that we have, and even modify the processes that we have in the organization. So with that in mind, we do have opportunities in our research and development department. So this is where people who've done industrial chemistry or chemical engineering, biotechnology, people who've done entomology or zoology come in. So if you fall in either of those that I've mentioned or anything that I've not mentioned, just know that we are here for you, and we are ready to give you an opportunity in which you can give us, or rather, we give you an opportunity for you to grow and develop your skills. So that is the research and development department, where you're given an opportunity to test the already existing products, or even test our raw materials and see what new product can come out of it. In addition to that, we also have the engineering department. We do have the civil engineers, we have the electrical engineers, we do have the mechanical engineers, and any other engineering department that I have not mentioned. We do have systems that need to be modified. We do have machines that need to be taken up. To be taken care of. For those who are doing civil engineering, we do have structures that we are putting together because we are constantly building factories, and we need these ideas to ensure that our structures do meet the relevant standards that are required as per the laws that have been put forward. Those in the electrical engineering, we also need your expertise, especially when it comes to our machines in the factories. And considering that we have a plant in Kilifi, we have a plant right here in Nairobi, and we are currently expanding in Kisumu, that means we need more and more of you. So what you're trying to say is that all of you do have an opportunity. All of you can get an opportunity to join us because they are numerous and they are endless and they keep on coming up each and every new day. So with the graduate trainee program, first of all, this applies to those who've completed their coursework, and it runs for a whole year. And this one whole year, you will be attached to a specific department. And in that department, of course, you're going to have a supervisor or a mentor who's going to take you through whatever it entails, whatever the department entails, and you'll find that at the end of that 1 year, at the end of the 1 year, you'll not be the same. You will have gained a lot of experience because you are interacting with people who've already been in that department, or rather that sector, industry experts, and you get a lot out of it. So the program runs for 1 year, and then of course that 1 year, you get to enjoy the benefits of the company in terms of growth, because there are other development opportunities. And after the end of that 1 year, if your performance is great, we can decide to keep you into the organization if your performance is great. You do not have to leave the company. You can decide to grow into the role and also take up more senior roles. Other than the we also don't want to lock out those who have not completed your classes, because we understand that you are in need of attachment, you are in need of internships. So we also come in, but because these attachments and internships are for a shorter period, we normally encourage those who are continuing, like the continuing students, whenever you take a break, do not just take that break and go home to relax. Take advantage of this program that we are offering at Sanergy. For the 3 months or 2 months, come into the company, request for, you can apply for an attachment or internship period. And for those 3 months, or the period when you are on break, while others are maybe at home, you are getting more skills and building on your CV. I normally say that how you're going to propel in your career definitely depends on how proactive you are and how aggressive you are. So take advantage of that. When you are on break, we also give opportunities, the internship and attachment opportunities, or let me just use internship altogether. We give internship opportunities to those who are continuing students. And at the end of your coursework, if you still want to continue with us as a graduate trainee, we are open for that. And considering that you've been with us before, it gives you higher chances of joining us as a trainee. Are we together up to that point?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Great. I don't know if there's anything else that I've left Diana before I go to the application process. All right, let me proceed to how you get to apply for these roles. So first of all, you can frequently visit our website. We have a job section on our website, and you can look at the available roles that we have. But at the same time, you can take advantage of Jael, who is in this call. Jael is a representative of Sanergy out there. You can send an email to us with Diana and I in copy, just stating your area of study and at the same time stating which department you'd love to join or the area of focus you want to focus on. And so with that, once we receive that CV, Diana or I, we're going to set up a small, let me not call it small, but a short screening call where we can better understand you, and then at the same time, you can also better understand us. And once we've had that call, we will be able to know where does Elizabeth Karaoke best fit in at Sanergy? Where does Beatrice best fit in at Sanergy? So that depends with the kind of course that you've done and also your area of interest. Once we've done that screening call and we feel that you can be a good fit for the company, we proceed to the next stage. And this next stage is an assessment. So this assessment, we send it to you just to see how you will be able to solve a problem if you encounter the same at your place of work. I normally say that there is no right or wrong answer during your submission. What we want to see is your chain of thought when you are encountered with an issue or a situation at your place of work. So this technical assessment is basically testing your technical skills, your problem solving skills, and also at certain instances, your creative skills, coming up with solutions at a particular time. And once you are successful, after you have completed your technical assessment and you are successful, you now move on to the interview stage. So at the interview stage, two things can happen. Number one, we can decide to split that interview to a technical interview as the first stage, and then a behavioral interview at the second stage. However, both of them can be combined into one session. So let me explain to you what a technical and a behavioral interview entails. So with a technical interview, we will mostly be focusing on your technical skills. What do you have? How are you able to apply what you've learned in class in a real-time project? How are you able to apply the knowledge that you have in the job sector? So those are the kind of skills that you are looking for. Your creativity skills, your problem solving skills, that is where they come in. So that is what we do during a technical interview. And when we come to a behavioral interview, we are basically trying to look at how you're going to, let me say, work with the rest of your teammates. Are you someone who works best with other team members, or do you prefer working alone? In terms of handling situation, if you are encountered with a very, very difficult situation, how will you go about it? If you are encountered with a situation that is of high pressure, how will you handle that? So these are the things that we look at in a behavioral interview. But remember that both a technical interview and a behavioral interview can be combined into one session. That is successful. That is, if you've passed those stages, it means that you're now able to join the company as a graduate trainee program. And then now that is when we proceed to extend an offer to you and welcome you into the Sanergy family. Are we together up to that point? Hello?
Yes, you are.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So I think that's it about the graduate trainee program. Diana, please just step in case I have something out. And with that, yes?
No, go ahead.
Yes. Have I left anything out? Would you like to add anything on top of that?
No. You've been spot on. I don't know if you've mentioned how everyone on the team can reach out to us in case they would like to be part of Sanergy.
Yes. Exactly. I had mentioned earlier, if you'd like to be part of us, if you'd like to join us, you can send an email to Jael. Jael, kindly post your email on the chat section. Kindly put your email on the chat section. And you can write an email to Jael with Dorcas, that is me, and Diana on CC. Diana is also going to put her email on the chat section, and I will do the same as well. And once you send your CV to Jael with us in CC or HR at Sanergy in CC, we'll be able to receive it, and then we can pick up the process from that point. Any question? Any question from that point?
You can ask any question, even not anything maybe related with Sanergy. Maybe if there's something you always wanted to know about preparing for interviews or even the technical interviews that Dorcas has mentioned.
Yeah.
Perhaps I have a question
Yes, please go ahead.
in regards to the training.
Mm-hmm.
Are we training first so that you can be interviewed, or we are interviewed first, then when you join Sanergy, you're trained?
Please introduce yourself first. If that's okay with you, you can let us know who you are, and then you can talk about which course you're taking so that we can better answer your question.
Okay, I'm Beatrice Malak
Mm-hmm.
from Moi University, and I'm under civil.
Your civil engineering.
Yes.
Okay, so to better understand your question, kindly expound on the training part. Which training are you referring to?
Okay, when I joined the meeting, someone talked
Mm-hmm.
about training,
Mm-hmm.
something to do with training. So I didn't understand that part, but perhaps you can shed some light on that.
Well, in terms of training, the kind of training that we offer is it comes in after you have successfully gone through the technical assessment, the interview stage, and we've offered an offer to you. We've extended an offer to you. So at this point, even before you start work, you need to be onboarded. And during the onboarding stage, that is when we connect you to the to the manager in this case, or rather your direct supervisor. And so your direct supervisor will have a moment where you and your direct supervisor will have a moment where you'll go through your job description, your expected roles and responsibilities, and also the expected outcome of it. And you'll be able to be like all this will be explained to you. And after after that has been done, if there's any relevant training that is required to ensure to ensure your success in that particular role, that is taken note at that particular point, and we will ensure that you're trained in the same.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Great. Any other question?
Yes, I have a question. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm
Good evening.
Elizabeth Karaoke, from Moi University, and I'm pursuing manufacturing and industrial engineering. Yeah, but this question that I have, I'm just curious whether you do consider diploma graduates.
Diana, would you like to respond to that?
Diploma, I'd say yes, but then these would be for technical, not technical. They'd ideally be a technician. So unless now they'll study to have a degree, then they'll have that opportunity to now grow beyond just being a technician. So unless they have a diploma, but then they have some level of experience. So the only level that get to is a technician. But I'm hoping that they still have a vision to proceed and work on having a degree.
Oh, okay. Well, I think yeah, I think you answered my question. But okay, for example, for a civil engineer who did a diploma course, so they would basically just maybe be site supervisors and all that.
Yes. I'm assuming are you talking about someone who's still in school or someone who's graduated?
Someone was graduated, someone was already had internship experience, did well, yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
yes.
just another, yeah.
Yes, so they'd ideally be a supervisor, but I'd
Uh-huh.
encourage them to proceed and work on a degree so that they're also getting higher roles than just being a supervisor, someone who's working on their site.
Okay, sure, thank you. I'll refer them here to you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hello.
one more question, one last question. Okay,
Yes,
when
go
you're
ahead.
applying, do you just send the CV, or do you need a cover letter, or what documents do you need?
Both would work, the CV and the cover
Both.
letter.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Hello, Dorcas and Diana. Thank you for that. So for me, I wanted to know, maybe is the process for applying attachments the same as the one you have stated for the internship? Also, maybe you can give us a difference between a graduate program and an internship. So maybe when I do complete my studies on IPRO and maybe have a chance to join you, do I join as an intern or a graduate trainee? So,
Uh, Thank you. Who I was, please mention your name. I just see IE Kenya.
okay, this is Chris. This is Chris
Ah,
Morin.
Chris, great. So, well, yes, the application process for a graduate trainee and an intern, it's the same. You just send the CV, and then from there, we'll pick it up from there, depending on the kind of role that you've applied for. And in terms of the difference between these two, so an internship is a bit shorter compared to a graduate training program, because we offer internships to maybe people who are continuing students and they'll be going back to school after a particular period of either a break or rest. And a graduate training program, it runs for a whole year. So that is why we recommend it to people who've completed their coursework.
So when I'm applying, I'm the one who will indicate whether I want to join as a graduate trainee or an intern, or you are the one who will praise me depending on my qualification.
Absolutely. Would love to know. We will definitely want to know at what point at what year you are in your studies. And I think it's prudent. It's very, very important for you to share that information with us. If you're a continuing student, it is okay to include that on your email. If you've completed your coursework, it is also good to mention that, so that as we continue with the interview, we are able to know where you will fit best.
Okay. Yeah. So I noticed you said internship is the short one for 3 months. So those who are going outside as attachees, they will be able to join as interns.
I think attachments and internships are more or less the same, because it's like the gateway to your career. You're just training to get the skills, huh? So I think it's more or less the same, which is for a period of 3 months. That is the standard period here at Sanergy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any other question?
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, my
Yes.
name is Nyakabi,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a question. When you mentioned the graduate trainee program, is it restricted to a certain time? And also, like sending in your CV. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, is it that next year it starts at a specific time? So you should have sent your CV at this specific time, or how does it work?
When you say type, what exactly do you mean? Do you mind expounding on that?
Time. I mean, like,
Oh,
does it start
time.
in January? Yeah, yeah. Like, for example, for 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Does it start at a specific time? Yeah.
Well, currently we do not have specific timelines for the trainee program. So you can send in your CV come January, or even mid-year, or even towards the end of the year. We do not have a specific time for these trainee programs, because, as I've mentioned earlier, we are constantly hiring, and at each and every other point of the year, new roles are coming up. So that means we need to fill this role as we continue. So we have decided not to put like a time limit, to like a time where we are able to accept these graduate training programs. So we've kept it open to receive you guys at any particular point of the year.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Yes.
my name is Maslin Tuei from Kenyatta University, and I study electrical engineering. So I would like to know, okay, Sanergy, I'm really interested in it. So I'd like to know, during the training, is it payable or just training? Then the moment you're absorbed as an employee, you start getting paid. Thank you.
That's a very good question, and let me steal Diana's idea here. Let me bounce this question back to you, Marceline. Between skills and the pay, which is important?
Of course, skills are important, but the money is also important, because what would you do in life without money?
You're right, exactly. Skills are important, and also money is important. But for someone who's starting their career, I think at this moment the skills are actually more important for you to build up your CV. However, we do give a stipend to our interns just to keep them going for the 3 months. And for those who are joining as graduate trainee programs, you will get a salary which is pegged to that particular role that you're getting. Sorry, that you're handling at that time.
All right, thank you.
Karibu sana.
Good evening. The question in the chat. Let me just read it before someone speaks. Felix asks, can someone be a graduate trainee without having to be an intern first?
Sorry, just kindly repeat that.
It's on the chat. He asked, Felix Otieno asked, can someone be a graduate trainee without having to be an intern first?
Diana, would you like to respond to that?
Yes, it's very possible. And how we determine that is through the interview. So if we, first of all, of course, you have to have had previous experience. It could be internships, or it could be actually full-time roles. And how I'll be able to know whether you're able to take up a full-time role is if you're able to display that you can actually take up more responsibilities than an intern. And number two, you actually have more knowledge about engineering in a manufacturing setup, and you're actually able to come in and plug in immediately without anyone having to handhold you from the word go. Yeah, Felix, does that answer your question? All right, Giles, back to you.
Felix has typed that yes, that answers his question. There was a hand I could see. Thomas, have you asked your question? I saw your hand.
Okay, so Thomas, the plant is not there yet, still looking to construct it, but operations in terms of the Fresh Life side, which is now the one that focuses on sanitation, has started. And this is around areas, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct, you'll tell me. Nyalenda, there's Manyata, and I think Condelo. So we've partnered with Kiwasco to help us in installing these toilets and also facilitating the collection of waste. And as Kiwasco also works on the first ever sanitation levy that they're trying to implement as well. However, through this year, next year, we're hoping that the factory will now be at least functional to some percentage. So Thomas, look out for that in case you want to work in the plant in Kisumu. Just look out for that, and hopefully we'll be able to now start hiring at least interns or young engineers to also join the team in Kisumu. All right. Any other question?
Yes, I have a question. Another question.
Yes.
For the technical interviews, kindly repeat. What do you really look for when it comes to the technical interviews? Could you kindly repeat that part?
Okay, can take it up, Dorcas. Nyokabi, which course are you studying?
Electrical and electronics engineering.
All right, awesome. So technical, as it says, it's focused on the technical part of the role. So are you going to be asked technical questions? This could be a case study or just relevant questions about the job descriptions. For example, RCA, MTBF, if you know about that. So your question is what are we looking for? We're looking for, number one, your technical know-how, not just from what you've learned in school, but also are you able to think around a solution, a technical solution when you have a problem. Yeah. And number two, we're trying to see whether you actually have some understanding of what the role will be about, and also in case yes, you know, then how are you able to tackle it? So it's nothing. It's not too hard, I can say, depending on the level, but you just need to prepare. I don't know if you are able to prepare, but yes, you can prepare about what you've done before in school that is technical, or even in your previous roles.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Yes.
Hello. So I noticed you have some job opening from your social media pages. So I wanted to know, do you consider fresh graduates for those, or those are just for those with experience?
Like which role, Chris?
I saw one on your LinkedIn page. I don't remember clearly.
Is it the quality engineer associate?
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. So I think by now almost all of you now understand the difference between an intern and an associate, or maybe a full-time engineer. So for those roles, I'd say no, because they need someone to actually come in and plug in immediately, meaning you're taking up complex projects already, and more responsibility on your end, because an associate is even guiding an intern. So for some of these roles, I'm sure if you read the JD, you're able to tell how many years of experience, or not even years of experience, what type of experience you need to have before you actually take up a full-time role. Yeah, so it's the same thing I answered. I think it's Felix had asked. So for these roles, you need someone who already understands what is happening, even at least 5-6 months. Yeah, so yes, you need to have some level of experience.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but Chris, as we've mentioned, if you come in as an intern and you're good enough, then you can actually take up that role. Dorcas will tell you that there are some who are in those current roles and they started off as intern. I mentioned this before. I'm sure, Chris, you've had this. There's one who came in as an intern, and even before the 3 months, he was able to prove himself, and he's now He's now on the last interview stage to become a full-time R&D specialist one. He's actually even skipped one level, because from an intern you need to be an associate and then a specialist. So he's actually proven himself that he can actually skip a level higher and become a specialist, and I can tell you now he's going to earn 7 times more than what he was earning as an intern. So you have to prove yourself. Right, anyone else? Nigel, back to you.
Thank you very much for taking us through that session of Q&A. We had 1 hour to run this session and then return the program to Chris. Chris, it is my understanding that you have a program for this session. So unless there are any other questions, just remember, the application is sent to joel.mayo@Sanergy, and then UCC HR at Sanergy, and then you can CC Diana Nyerere at Sanergy, the same for Dorcas, all the emails and the charts. Chris, you can copy them down just for later if you want to share this with your fellow students, and then I can see some of the students in this call. Our student leaders will share with you posters to share with the rest of the students. This is an exciting opportunity. And when you hear of opportunities like this, please share with your fellow students. Diana, I think you have something else you'd like to share, maybe before we can end our session. Please go ahead.
Yes, but before that, Felix has asked how easy is it to move from one department to another within the company. It's very easy, Felix. So one, it's dependent on whether the other business units have an open role, and also how good you are in your current role, meaning that even as you transition to a whole new department, you're actually able to pick up and perform as well. Yeah, and also depending on your interest, maybe you came in as a mechanical engineer and you are focused on maintenance, but then you realize, oh, I'm actually very, very passionate about design, so meaning you have to move to the design team. But because you've been really performing well, really good, very brilliant, then the department will be very, very happy to refer you and allow you to join the other team. So what I wanted to share as well, please always prepare before your interview, guys. Yeah, there's one of you I interviewed 2 weeks ago, and I asked a very simple question like, what type of project have you led before, and what was the outcome? And the answer that she gave was, the project was about trees. I planted trees, and the trees grew. Guys, even if this person has a first class honor, would you pick them to be part of your team? Give me answers on the chat box, guys. Your thoughts.
I see Felix laughing really hard.
Yeah, yes, Felix has laughed. Yeah. So please prepare. There's so many resources online that will help you prepare for interviews. Yeah. So even if I ask you a question that you did not expect at all, but because you prepared yourself, you're able to think through slowly and even articulate yourself. Yeah. Thomas, I know it was a project, but you can make effort at least to say something even about school. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So prepare yourself, please. Work on maybe how you communicate. Be very calm and collected during the interviews. Think through any achievements or any successful things that you've done before that show that you're actually a brilliant person and you're able to even handle projects alone. And what else? Also look at your CV. Make sure your CV is well written. There are no spelling mistakes. Everything is organized, because it also shows that you're an organized person and you're also organized in your thoughts. Yeah. So I do understand we are all entry levels and maybe you've not gone through a lot of interviews, but that's not an excuse not to prepare, especially at this age where there's a lot of information online. And in case you need me to help you out, or you have questions on how to answer 1, 2, 3 questions, you can always email me. You can always email Dorcas, or even Jael. Jael is also really good at preparing for interviews. Yeah, and at the same time, I wish you the best, not just for Sanergy, but anywhere else you also want to apply and join in the other company as well. Yeah, thank you, Jael, for allowing me an extra minute.
It's all right. Chris, I'd like to hand over the session to you. And I think our time now is out for you to continue the rest of your program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I was thinking maybe the doctors would like maybe to see the final remarks from side.
Absolutely, though I think Dan has covered it really well. What I'd like to emphasize is a part of preparing for an interview. Please take advantage of the many resources that we have online. Even go to YouTube. YouTube has very, very good videos on how to respond to questions, on how to carry yourself in an interview. Do a lot of research such that by the time you're getting to the interview, you are confident enough to respond to the questions that the questions questions that are coming forth. And at the same time, let me also emphasize on the layout of your CV. It really matters how you put your CV together, because that is the first point of us getting to know you. It's like the first marketing point of yourself. So the layout really it needs to be okay. There are some people who use these funny fonts that we see on Word. Please take advantage of the formal fonts. I'm very sure you guys know 2 or 3 formal fonts that you can use, not the acrylic ones that give me and Diana a hard time to read the CV. So take advantage of that. Put together a well-written CV. Check the spellings and the punctuations, and yeah, send it to us. And we are here to assist you if you have any questions that you want answered. Yeah, and I can see Diana talking about funny colors on your CVs, such as orange and red and even luminous green. So just be standard, be simple, and you'll definitely make it. Thank you so much to everyone as well. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you and also getting to know you from the questions that you've asked. And we look forward to interacting more with you. We are definitely looking forward to receiving those CVs and bringing you on board into the Sanergy family. Asanteni sana.
Okay, thank you very much, Jael, Diana, and Broadcast. It's a pleasure having you here once again meeting. So for all who joined from IEEE Moi, I really appreciate you guys. I hope this was important for you. I see we have friends from UN. I see Wawero from IEEE UN, Felix, also Masrin from KU. There was a friend from Tuk. I really appreciate you guys for being here and sparing your evening. There is no wonderful way to spend our campus evening other than this, getting to network and to know more, and maybe preparing for what comes after campus. So my name is Chris Molimi. I happen to be the chair for IEEE Moi University, and we did organize this with the Technology Story Vision, Moi University. So I would like to welcome Elizabeth, maybe to give a final remarks, then maybe we can close this. Hello, Liz, maybe you can give your final remarks.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, once again, I'm Elizabeth Karaoke, and first of all, sorry, I joined a few minutes later. Yeah, but I've had a good time. This is the second time I'm meeting with the Synergy team. So we tried mobilizing students to attend this session today. So I would like to really appreciate your presence, both the students, student leaders, and the Synergy team who have been here to make all this a success. So we really appreciate us as the Technology Students Association. We work closely with IEEE at Moi University in advancing technology in our school. And so on my end, I would like to say that we're really working on other platforms where we can
Hello, am I the only one who lost Liz?
So we lost it. We can hear you, Chris.
Okay. Sorry for that. Maybe I see. So thank you, everyone. Maybe Liz says we have some network issues. So thank you, everyone, for joining. I did like on the call for maybe those who joined halfway and maybe those who didn't make to join. I would like to know if it would be okay from you, Diana, and Dorcas, having this on our YouTube channel, maybe for those who didn't be able to attend, we can watch it from there.
No problem. No problem for my end. I don't know about Dorcas. What do you feel?
I think it's okay.
Okay, so for everyone, I'll be updating it on the YouTube ITP University. So Lisa, you back?
Oh yeah, God. Today my network is really misbehaving. I don't know what you had, but I'll just say that I really appreciate everyone's presence. You being here, the student leaders, and the Synergy team. And yes, on our end, Chris and I, so TSA and IEEE University, are working towards preparing more platforms for you and for the whole Synergy team, so that you can get to engage the students more. Yeah, which will be more productive when you have you will have you physically. I actually sent the Expo and Career Fair invite yesterday. I hope you saw them. So we really look forward to your feedback. We hope to see you in February and in March for our career fair and our innovation exposition, so that you can come maybe poach a few.
Think that's yeah. I saw the invite, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. And then I've seen Felix saying in the chat that we also need to meet University of Nairobi students. Felix, please organize that for us. We are very much available to talk to University of Nairobi students. Yeah.
So thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate. Maybe I'll be sharing the link to the recording on YouTube. Or if you don't receive that, you can always check at IEEE University on YouTube. So thank you very much. We really appreciate having you this evening. You can just leave and pressure. Thank you very much.